Hello friends, welcome to a new episode of What Happened in China where we explore the culture and place. Today we make a little different video. We're driving from Shenzhen to Dameisha and we talk about our experience. The sun had barely peaked over the horizon when we started our journey from Shenzhen to Dameisha. I was excited to explore the coastal region and discover the hidden treasures. The road ahead was full of promise of adventure and discovery. With the car load and maps in hand, we headed north, leaving the bustle of the city behind, heading the quiet and picturesque countryside. As we progressed, the skyscrapers were replaced with green fields and rural village, and the pace of the life slowed down. Along the way, we come across charming towns that seem to have been trapped in time. Traditional red tile houses, lined with cobbled streets, and locals greeted each other with friendly smiles as they went about their daily chores. Some of these towns had centuries of history, and we stopped in one of them to explore a little bit more. A small local museum offered a glimpse into regional Greek history and how it transformed over the years. From the agricultural past to the growth as the tourist destination, every step is an evolution was fascinating. We continue our way to Dameisha. As soon we surrounded by lush vegetation and impressive landscape, in the distance the mountains loomed massive hastily. With the sea stretched along the horizon, it was a spectacle of the modern nature in all his splendor. When we arrived to Dameisha, a picturesque beach that greeted us with soft golden sand and crystal clear waters after the parking the car, we got to explore and surrounding. The beach offers delicious appetizer while the waves invite us to dive in the refreshing waters. After that, we stopped in a small village while the inhabitants smiled enjoying the fishing and the agriculture. We visited some local market where locals were selling fresh produce and handmade craft. The authenticity of the culture and the warmth of the left a lasting impression of us. During our trip, we also had the opportunity to taste the unique flavor of the region. We stopped at a local restaurant and tasted fresh seafood dishes and authentic Cantonese cuisine. Each bite was an explosion of flavors that transport us to the very essence of the region. We decided to explore a less traveled road to discover the nature in all its splendor. Following at the road, we arrived at a natural area with waterfalls and wooded plants. We ventured over to explore, enjoying the serenity and tranquility that only the nature can offer. During our tour, we also meet local people who offer us in their hospitality. An old fisherman invites us to his house to share a cup of tea and listen to his life histories. It was a moving encounter that reminds us of the importance of human connection. With sunset approaching, we headed back to Shenzhen, talking with some unforgettable memories of our day exploring. As the city approached, the beauty and excitement of the journey contrasted with the tranquility we have experienced in towns and roads. During our day exploring the village near Dameisha, we also had the chance to discover the hidden treasure of the region. We visited small local museums where we learned about the ancient traditions and customs that endured through the centuries. We were surprised to discover that some of the villages we visited had rich history dating back 500 years ago. The locals told us the legend and tales about their ancestors, and we were able to see ancient artifacts that took back in time. During our trip, we also appreciated the importance of conserving this village and well-preserved roads. It was evident that the local community took pride in the cultural and natural heritage and working hard to preserve it for future generations. We saw how measures had been put in place to protect the natural beauty of this area, as well as the traditional architecture of the village. Respect for the regional history and the culture was evident at every turn, and we are grateful to be able to witness it. One of the highlights of our day exploring was the chance to sample the range of the local gastronomy. We delight in delicious regional dishes that reflect the fusion of flavors and culinary techniques of the area. From fresh seafood to skillfully prepared traditional dishes, each meal was unique and dining experience. We immerse ourselves in the diversity of the flavors and texture, letting ourselves be surprised by creativity and ingenuity of the local chef. Exploring the preserved path allowed us to connect intimately with nature. We walked through lush forests and through bright paying fields. Each step brought us closer to the beauty and tranquility of the modern nature. The serenity of the place we visit reminds us the importance of preserving and protecting the environment. It inspires us to be aware of our impact and nature to work in harmony with it. One of the most memorable things about our day exploring was interaction with the local people. The locals were friendly, welcoming, and willing to share their knowledge and everyday life with us. Exploring the village near Dameisha also provides us an opportunity to immerse ourselves in the local tradition and custom. We attend a cultural festivals. We participate in a color procession where the local wear traditional costume and carry offering to honor the ancestors. As we explored the well-maintained village and roads, we also realized how the region was looking to the future. We saw initiatives to promote systematic tourism and responsible economic development. The locals were proud of the land and the culture and were working to share with the world in a way that was respectful of the environment and the local community. At the end of our day of exploring, we're grateful for the opportunity to discover this part of China that is often overlooked by tourists. It was an experience that enriched us as individuals and left us a sense of gratitude for the world around us. Our experience exploring the village and preserved routes around Dameisha left us with a lasting legacy. We take with not only memories, but also a deeper appreciation for China's rich culture and history. Our day exploring was the beginning of the adventure in discovering new places and culture in China. It also inspired to keep exploring and learning more about the fascinating nation and the hidden treasures. I hope you enjoyed this unique experience. See you soon in the next video where we continue to explore the wonders of these areas around China. Thank you so much and have a wonderful day.